So has the Senate leadership dispute has it been settled effectively? With Senator Robin Gatchalian now backed by lucky number 13, senators needed to form a majority. Questions are being raised as to whether the legal challenge filed by the Cayetano bloc still has merit, or is everything, as they say, moot and academic. To help us break down this question and other matters, we are now joined by former UE College of Law Dean, now novelist, Amado Valdez. Dean, magandang gabi po.
Magandang gabi sa iyo, Lord. Magandang gabi sa lahat ng mga kaibigan natin.
Mabilis lang po. They will be in heaven before the devil knows. Sino-sino kaya itong mga... This is a work of fiction,
It's a fiction, no?
Pag-usapan natin mamaya ito. Saan ka nakita ang Lodi na nagsusulat ng nobela? Grabe, may time ka talaga. Sir, okay. Moot and academic na ba ito? Kung sa mata ng Supreme Court ba, i-entertain pa ba nila yung petition nila kay Tano?
Hindi na. Yung majority na kini-question, andun na eh. Saka it's actually political question. Pag sinabing political question, sinasabi ng Supreme Court, the decision will be maintained. Parang in a way, what was decided on must be followed, must be observed.
Okay. Mabilis lang po. Ano ba nangyayari sa pre-trial brief? At kailangan ba ng isang legal mind para mag-preside? Kasi mukhang technical yung mangyayari bukas.
Well, the requirement is yung Senate President ang mag-preside. But pwede siya mag-designate ng somebody. But he will make the ruling. Meron siyang assistant. Natatandaan ko nung si Chief Justice Corona, no? Well, lawyer din naman, Chief Justice, si Chief Justice, sino ba ang nag-preside nung...
Yung kay ERA po, si Davide.
Si Davide,
katabi si Pimentel.
So, that can happen. May katabi siya that will bubulong itong gagawin natin. I don't think that will be considered as disorderly part of making it well-informed and well-decided resolution of issues. Maraming issues dyan eh.
But they can make their own rules.
Diba? They can make their own rules.
Ang plano nga raw, mag-hire daw ng impeachment manager. Hindi ko alam kung...
Well, ang responsibility niya will be on the part of the House of Representatives because they will handle the prosecution of the case. Because I was part of the private prosecution, panahon ni Erap.
Okay.
Ang manager namin nun si
Narbasa.
Belmonte.
Tama. Prosecution pala.
Belmonte.
Matindi yung mga panahon na yun. Dean, ano?
Yeah.
At sa kabila naman, may Dean din. Dating Dean. UST. Narbasa.
Narbasa on the other side.
Diba?
On the other side.
Bigat siya na yun. Pero narinig ko po yung interview ninyo kahapon sa isang kay Deo Macalma pala.
Kay Deo, kaibigan natin.
Meron kayong binanggit doon na yung spirit of the law. Ito bang pag-nitpick sa 13 versus 11, ito ba sa mga bilang, sa mga teknikalidad, yung kinukutkot yung mga gantong mga detalye, ito ba'y bahagi pa rin spirit of the law, or are we missing the forest for the tree, or the forest for the trees?
Alam mo yung pinag-uusapan doon, isang boto lang eh. Actually, to make it majority. And ang sabi ko kahapon, the Constitution must be treated as a living Constitution. It has to address mga events which were not foreseen. Yung hindi mo na-expect na mga framers of the Constitution, but within the context of the purpose of the Constitution. Dahil, alam mo, ang Constitution it's a cycle eh. Ang form of government natin is from one cycle to another, one election to another. In between, ando doon yung nuances where the Constitution governs. So when the Constitution, ando doon na yung mga procedures, but somehow there are instances, may mga situation na hindi na-foresee. Sino ba makaka-foresee na merong isang Senator Bato na magkakaproblema sa ICC. Sino bang makaporsi na mayroong isang jinggoy na makukulong? That would change the tawag dito yung
Equation.
the number sa Senate, yung functioning Senate. It's no longer a functioning Senate. So, ang living constitution presupposes a functioning Senate. Kaya you have to interpret it in the sense that it has to function. So, yun ang essence ng philosophy about a living constitution.
Kaya pala, yun ang title ng mga compilation ng mga essays ni Father Bernas, the late Joaquin Bernas. Oo. A living constitution, tapos under several presidents. Okay, binanggit mo yung living constitution din. Sinabi mo rin dati sa 14 years ago, yung impeachment court must be attuned rin to social norms, to the zeitgeist, kumbaga, no? Pero hindi ba may problema na relative yun? Kung hindi, yung nadidinig natin sa iba-iba ang mga opinion na naririnig natin.
Alam mo, ang tama sa Apari at saka yung tama sa Mindanao, sa common tao, iisa yan eh. So you must be able to capture the essence of what the people wants. Right and wrong lang naman ng taong bayan, simple lang yan eh. Ano ba nangyayari dyan sa budget na yan? Ninakaw ba yan? Etc. Yun lang ang gusto malaman ng mga taong bayan. So my opinion, nung hindi pa nare-resolve ito is kung dalawang komite ang mag-iimbestiga dyan, the better. Dahil you will have more facts
The more the merrier.
to gather.
Paano pag nag-iimbestigahan sila sa isa?
Mas maganda yan. Alam mo, ang balangkas ng ating Constitution, it's based on mistrust eh.
Yes.
Kaya meron tinatawag na check and balance. Kasi kung wala ng mistrust and there is unanimity under all circumstances, magiging Alibaba na yung government natin. Kung magkakasabwat, gaya nung itong flood control budget, nagkasabwatan eh. Pero kung merong isa sa kanila na nag-blow ng whistle, maring hindi umabot sa ganyang kalaki ng problema. It's based on mistrust. Yun ang na-overlook natin.
Okay. Din, sa ganong lagay ba, tatanungin kita, sa tingin mo ba, ang mga impeachment court ay dapat may evidentiary standard, kumbaga? Pero may panganib daw yun dahil it will reduce the whole process to a judicial,
It's really judicial na may political implication. It's judicial in the
Pero
sense
paano
that
paghati
you have to
ng-
follow the rules of procedure.
Opo.
But yung political implication nun, aalisin mo isang political officer of the government, gaya ng vice president or president. Alisin mo yon. So that makes it political. Kasi there must be some measures that you bring in para isang abusive government official will be removed bago mapunta do sa next cycle, the next election. Yun ang pagkakaiba ng parliamentary form of government sa Republican form of government. Yung Republican you have to wait for the election In between may mga impeachment yan. Doon sa parliamentary form of government, ang sistema dyan pag masyadong people will be agitating, na ayaw na namin sa gobyerno yun, magkakaroon ng vote of confidence. At pag nagkaroon ng o lack of confidence, that government will cease to exist, magkakaroon ng election.
At sabi mo kasi, kontrata yun. Kontrata yun between the elected and
Yun
the
ang
electorate.
sinabi ko, there's a contract between the elected. Kasi the people is expecting some services, yung justified expectation ng mga taong bayan. Kung hindi nagawa ng mga elected officials, that's when the lack of confidence comes in.
So, hindi kayo pro standards of evidence na may isaset na ganun?
Well, kailangan may, otherwise ma-abuse, no? But yung standard of evidence is must be such na magkaroon ng hindi naman proof beyond reasonable doubt, but it has to be substantial evidence that would sustain yung conviction ng accused.
Kasi kung halimbawa ang pamantayan mo ay yung overwhelming evidence, minsan yung simple betrayal of public trust ay may ganun ho ba? Hindi siya answering to legal liabilities, pero yung determination of moral fitness to serve in public office.
Kasama rin yan.
Kasama.
Baka yun ang indicia of a moral frame nung official na yun. There must be something more na hindi natin nakikita.
Kasi kay Corona nun, sinasabi ng ibang senador, doon sila na-sway. Yun ang sabi nila. Pero,
Alam mo yung kay Corona, Lords, midnight appointee siya eh. So, nung ma-appoint siya, meron ng lamat agad eh. Because it was a violation of the Constitution. Ang ginawa ng Supreme Court noong panahon na yun, ginastify nila yun eh. So, it was an issue that was waiting to explode. So, nung dumating si Pinoy, I think that was the moral motivation in the back of his mind na you were a midnight appointee.
may interview kayo noon, yung 14 years ago na binabanggit ko po. Sa tingin niyo ba yung Corona impeachment managed to establish yung ng betrayal of public trust, which is not a legal thing? Meron ba?
Well,
Paano ba sinusukat kasi yung gano'n? Hirap.
Water under the bridge na yun. But yung tipong the moral norm prevailing during that time came to the point of justified na yung conviction because kung makita mo yung decision ng kaya yung mga decision ng Supreme Court, Corona can no longer govern the Supreme Court eh. Wala na siyang moral ascendancy. Yun din ang tinignan ng mga senator judges during that time. So how can he govern the highest court of the land kung merong batik? May mga issues pa kasi na hindi na lumabas doon na maaring brought to the attention of the senators.
Dapat ba parang mas as pure as Caesar's wife, mga ganun ang sinasabi nila?
Well, that's the aspirational standard na dapat yung mga judges and justices must possess.
Kung sa Senate impeachment, mukhang wala. Ilan na yung matitira pag ganun, Dean?
Iyan ay isang problema natin dyan dahil sa marami ring may batik. Kaya will the decision of these judges, the senator judges, be accepted by the people?
Pero siguro magtatanong yung mga ordinaryong nanonood, paano mo sinusukat yung, di ba maaring, sabi mo nga, ang mali sa apari ay hanggang doon sa dulo, sa katimugan ay mali pa rin.
Yung araw doon sa katimugan, yung araw doon sa apari,
Pero
isa yun.
tanggapin natin din, di ba, may mga tao na iba-iba ang panukat ng ethical standards nila.
Merong critical mass eh. And that is the one that will be prevailing. Kung ano yung critical mass, kailangan yung sensitivity ng mga senator judges must be too keen in order to be able to feel that. Pero gaya ng sabi mo, yung mga batik na yan, ano ba yung moral compass ng mga senador na ito? How keen is their moral compass?
Nung naglabas ang Supreme Court ng desisyon tungkol doon sa impeachment laws, may mga ibang legal opinion na the Supreme Court may have overstepped its boundaries. So, to the point na sila pa yung nagtakda ng ilang mga pamantayan sa isang co-equal branch. Agree ho ba kayo doon?
Hindi ko, I don't want to, may specific cases ba tayo? But anyway,
No, yung forthwith, nagbigay sila ng definition
they
of forthwith.
always hide behind in case of doubt, they say political question yan. That's a safe, port for them. A good refuge on the part of the Supreme Court to say political question.
When in doubt.
When is that political question?
political question.
Because alam mo, yung totoo yung the will of the people, di ba? The voice of God. That applies also to that because they are elected by the will of the people.
But they are gods in Padre Faura, din.
Well, they are lesser gods.
Okay, ano ang nakikita niyo mga posibleng maging mga komplikasyon kapag nagsimula na itong sesyon?
Well, may mga rules as long as we follow the rules. Pero kung may mga senador dyan that they want to bend the rules, that will be the complication. Kasi doon mo makikita yung mga partisanship. So kailangan huwag umiral yung partisanship on the part of the senators.
Ano po masasabi ninyo na ang majority daw ay nagkasundo na sila na si Francis Escudero ang magiging presiding officer again sa
Well,
impeachment?
I don't think that should be possible kasi that will be illegal question kung siya magpipreside niyan.
Bakit
It has
po?
to be the Senate President because yun ang nakalagay sa Constitution.
Pag ang
Oh.
halimbawa din kapag ang presidente ang under trial yung Chief Justice, no? Dapat ang nagpe-preside. Pag Vice President. Okay, pero again, they may set their own rules. Sinasabing gano'n, ano? Pero din, may batik na rin ba itong si Senator Escudero pagdating halimbawa sa, alam mo na, reputasyon, etc.
Well, alam mo, pagdating na sa pagtupad mo ng tungkulin mo, you rise above and you try to redeem yourself. Baka naman this is an opportunity for him to redeem himself pagkatapos all this mga sitwasyon na yan.
At hindi lahat nabibigyan ng ganung pagkakataon din, ano? Swerte
It's
siya.
a good opportunity for him. Kaya he has to rise to the occasion. So I think kung manunod siya dito sa programa mo, he will realize na ito na opportunity ko para maging bida uli sa taong bayan.
I see. Okay. Din, ang presiding officer, at sabihin natin na, at least kasi nung kayo po ay naging part nung sa prosecution ng ni Erap Estrada, malaking bahagi ng Senado noon ay mga taong may legal training. No?
Correct. Sina Arroyo.
O at least kalahati siguro, mga ganun, ano? Pero ngayon, ano ang na-envision nyo rito? Of course, may mga consultants naman sila, no? Pero presiding officer na...
Ano, kilala ko yung mga lawyers in the staff of the senators. Palagay ko they're prepared also to support their senators. No? So, wala akong
Walang problema
na
yan.
dyan.
I see. Din, sabi niyo na kayo ay agree sa idea na ang VP Sara ay dapat umupo sa trial, magpakita. Kasi ito extra ano na to, no? Extra legal. Yung mga body language ay maaring maging batayan kamo ng paghatol.
Well, ang sabi ko kahapon is yun ang pag-aralan
Opo.
ng mga handler ni VP Sara because if she could project herself to be the innocent Mary do sa trial na yon, it could sway people. The mga senator judges yung antena ng senator judges will be very keen doon sa sinasabi ng tao sa labas. And there will be a lot of surveys. Panahon ni Erap, panay survey noon ako sa private prosecution, natakot ako dahil habang tumatakbo yung trial, lalong
Nakikilala ko.
lalong sumisikat si Erap, lalong tumataas sa approval rating niya. So, mabigat ito, sabi ko. But it was interrupted by the walkout eh. But I did not agree with the walkout.
Ang balita raw, umaga pa lang, pinlano na raw ng prosecution ng walkout. Totoo ba
Mari,
yun?
pero hindi ko alam yun. Makikita mo sa footage, ako ang huling lumabas ng session hall eh. Because I did not agree with it. Gusto ko magkaroon talaga ng conclusion yung trial.
Ang walkout ba ay, kumbaga sa etiquette, anong equivalent nun sa totoong buhay? Halimbawa, kung sa interpersonal relationships, parang ano ba yun? Dirty finger, parang rude, super rude.
Yeah, it's rude, but nanalo sila eh. So, yung standard is defined by the victors eh. So, nanalo, natapol si Erap in the people power. So, maaring at sinuportahan ng taong bayan. Although, by looking back, there are those who question it na mukhang hindi, dapat di natin pinalitan yon, umabot na lang sa next election. Parang ganon. Yun ang beauty, design ng democracy, yung cycle from one cycle to another, karang magkaroon ka ng election. Which is compared sa parliamentary na mas hindi pa dumating yung cycle, pwede kang mag-call ng election kung merong vote of lack of confidence.
Ano ang posibleng maging, quote-unquote, second envelope sa trial na ito? At alam natin yung second envelope ng panahon na yon kay Erap, it's actually nothing. It's a nothing.
Ako ang nag-receive ng envelope eh. Kasi walang gustong mag-receive sa mga kasama ko sa prosecutor. So tinawagan ako, malapit ako. So I was the one who received it.
Wala kayong idea talaga tungkol
Oo, wala, I
sa laman?
just received it. Pero wala naman palang laman.
Di ba?
So sabi ko, dahil naging magkaibigan, it's part of post event na yan. Sabi ko kay Era, bakit mo ako inobjekan na mabuksan yung envelope? Wala naman palang laman. Sabi ng mga lawyers ko eh. Kaya sabi ko, that's one point. Si VP
Sabi
Sara,
ng mga
siguro,
lawyers ko.
baka she should not rely too much sa lawyers. Yung gut feel niya, she should follow her gut feel. Yung gut feel ni Erap nung kung sinunod na yun, baka hindi siya na-oust. Dahil sabi ko, Mr. President, you should not have objected to that. Tingnan mo, tuloy, sumayaw si Tessie, etc., etc. So, events happened na hindi natin makontrol.
Di ba, anticlimactic pala yung laman nung
Wala,
envelope
zero,
na yun.
sir.
Itong greenback sa pinapakita nila dito sa House Committee on Justice, no, na galing sa BIR, sa tingin mo, yun potential second envelope.
Ayun ko kung kasama sa impeachment.
Ayaw nila pabuksan eh. Huwag daw buksan eh.
Oo, well, baka kasi
Damay din.
baka meron doon, di ba? Whatever it is, sila nakakaalam no. So discarte ng defense yan.
Okay. Dean, ang nobela mo, ang second book ni Dean Amado Valdez, They Will Be in Heaven Before the Devil Knows. Kung sino yung devil, basahin na lang natin. Dean, saan mabibili itong nobela ni... Nobela, ha?
Actually, sa second printing na eh.
Oh, wow.
Siguro, pag sa second printing, palagay ko sa mga big bookstore. Kasi naubos na yung first printing agad eh.
Okay. Ang karakter dito, Chief Justice?
Well, may Chief Justice, may President, tapos yung First Filipino Pope. Kasi na sinusulat ko nun, masyadong maugong na magiging Pope si Cardinal Tagle. So sabi ko,
kailan lang yun?
Kaya unahan ko na ako. Dahil kung naging Pope yun, mabibili ito libro ko. Kaya ginawang Pope yung one of the lawyers.
Pero dito may muntik na mamatay na Chief Justice dito.
Namatay yung
Namatay
Chief
pala.
Justice.
Sorry.
Namatay.
Binabasa ko kanina habang nagre-report si Mary Mon kasi. Ang forward po nito ay ang Chief Justice ng Korte Suprema.
Yeah.
Pero Din, ito ba ay nakabatay sa mga real-life events? Or ang mga karakter ba dito ay hinabi mula sa mga
may mga events dyan na part of my experiences as young lawyer. So, andyan yan. Nilagay ko dyan. Siyempre, in-exaggerate ko na. Ginawa ko ng romantic ng konti para gumanda yung istorya. Di ba? We are fiction eh. Kaya kailangan mong gawing fiction eh. But basically, yung trajectory nung story nung naging Chief Justice was my life.
Naalala ko nung nag-apply kayo din.
Oo, tagal.
What could have been? Alright, ngayon, at least may nobela ka.
well,
Diba? Hindi mo masusulat to kung nasa Padre Faura ka.
Well, isang instant dyan sa naging Chief Justice, he was being interviewed by the Judicial and Bar Council.
Ang ganda.
Doon ko kinuha yung eksena yun eh.
Ang ganda. Naka-upload yung video na yun yata, ano? Yung interview na yun.
Oh, yeah. Mga half hour akong kinestyon doon, sir.
Oh. Anong pinakamadugong tanong doon para sa'yo?
Wala naman because pag sinasagot ko sila, I dictated the issue eh. So I brought it to philosophical
kukumpas.
na hindi naman masyadong philosophical yung mga nagtatanong.
Sa ano sila yung mga
Kaya masyadong
Nasa letra talaga.
rule-based lang sa libro. So inilalabas ko para, siyempre, nasa taas sila eh. So you have to change the trajectory of the question. So, tabla-tabla lang kami doon sa interview na yon.
yan na, advice sa lahat ng a-apply para maging justice sa Korte Suprema. Maraming salamat po at thank you for this novel. Maraming salamat po, former UE College of Law Dean and novelist Amado Valdez. They will
Thank
be in
you,
heaven
Lois.
before the devil knows. Pero sino yung devil kaya?
That's an Irish saying eh.
Yes.
Pag maghihiwalay na sila, you'll be in heaven before the devil
Yun.
knows. Hindi original yung kung ano ba't nilagay ko because it's catchy.
Yes. At manginginom din ng mga Irish. All right. Thank you, Dean Amado Valdez.
Salamat,
Thank
Lord,
you,
for
sir.
this opportunity.